Good evening and thanks for joining us this Friday night. I'm Jay Cohn.
And I'm Janelle Slade. This week marks the 73rd anniversary of a historic turning point at the Heart Mountain internment camp near Powell, Wyoming.
It was the beginning of the first all-Japanese American unit in the U.S. Army. It's a unit that went on to become one of the most decorated in U.S. history.
To celebrate this group of U.S. military heroes, the Heart Mountain Interpretive Center is inviting the public to visit and experience this amazing story.
Q2's David J. reports tonight from Powell, Wyoming.
An exhibit just opened at the Heart Mountain Relocation Center featuring U.S. Army memorabilia from Robert Yamamoto and Kiyoshi Harino, two men who served with the 442nd Regimental Combat Team.
442nd Regimental Combat Team. For the size and length of the service, they were most highly decorated in the history of the U.S. Army.
The museum also shows replicas of congressional gold medals that each earned as part of the unit.
Their motto was "Go for broke." They like to gamble. To match those awards that they received, which were well deserved, there was a tremendous amount of casualties, a tremendous amount of injury as well taken on because they fought with abandon.
For the men in the 442nd, their families were staying in barracks just like these while they were fighting for freedoms and serving the United States of America.
To prove loyalty is like, well, if they're going to confine us, if they're going to lock us up, what do we have to do to prove that we don't belong behind barbed wire? When they arrived in camp, they were considered enemy aliens, but as the war progressed, as they needed servicemen, well, they enacted the draft from within the camps.
And some at Heart Mountain chose not to serve in the military.
From Heart Mountain, there was a very organized resistance against that draft order, and these were men, also patriots, who said, "I'm not going to serve until you release my family." They ended up being tried in the courthouse in Cheyenne. 63 of them, in fact, were sent to federal penitentiary with 3-year sentences.
Family and friends staying at Heart Mountain built a memorial for those killed in action, and later it honored all 800 who served.
My grandparents fought in World War II, so I think of them when I think of the 442nd, when I see those artifacts. So that resonates down into my soul.
At Heart Mountain, Wyoming, David J., MTN News.
Thanks, David. Now, the museum will display the Robert Yamamoto and Kiyoshi Harino items for another month.
And David tells us the 442nd actually received 7 distinguished citations, which are now known as presidential citations, those citations for extraordinary heroism.